Ooh, not quite sure what's happening here. My computer just went a bit bizarre. Anyway, hello, I'm here. Welcome. That was a bit odd. Hello, it's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. Welcome to my channel. Hello, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. Not gonna lie, my weekend has been a bit of a roller coaster, but I'm here. A little bit dishevelled, maybe, emotionally. There's been some stuff happening. So it's probably not going to be a too longer one today. Yeah, all good though. All right, lovely to see everybody in the live. I've semi-prepped. Before I get started though, I do want to show you where I'm going to be gaining some inspiration from. Also going to say hello to everybody in the live. Hello. Hi Lisa, Kim, Valerie, Helena, hi Anne. There we go. Sheila, hello Shaz, Elizabeth, Heather, and so on. Great, lovely. Yes, so some of you knew that I was having time with a really close friend of mine who I've not seen for 4 years. 4 years. So this person was very much part of mine and Tom's lives and my family's life, and they accidentally emigrated during COVID. They went to visit family on the other side of the world just before COVID, and then accidentally emigrated. So it's been a bit odd because it's like experiencing a bereavement, but yet knowing that the people are alive, but they're not with you. So anyway, it was really lovely. Had a lovely weekend of catching up with her and hearing their story in terms of what happened, or the process of what happened to them. So that's been really lovely. Only downside, I accidentally food poisoned myself on Friday night. So I didn't feel great Saturday. Felt very cleansed Saturday. Still wasn't quite right and felt very cleansed on Sunday. And then had a busy day with meal and stuff at church, where we had some extra visitors, which was really lovely. Really, really nice. So lovely weekend. Can't fault it, but just got the bittersweetness of saying goodbye to my friend again. But it's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. And then today had the joy of welcoming somebody new to my team. Oh, that was a bit unexpected. So that was really nice. And then I've just found out that, and this is public knowledge, so I'm not sharing anything that isn't public. My team leader has dropped. She's not with Stampin' Up anymore. So I am now director of Stampin' Up, and I wish her all the best in her future endeavours, what she's doing now. But there's just a little bit of sadness, to be quite honest. I'm a little bit sad that I'm not going to have that person to be able to call when I need to call her. So that's fine though, because over the last few years I've made some lovely friends with some other sort of team leaders and Stampin' Up demonstrators and Stampin' Up fans and customers, of course. But for myself as a leader, there are things that I need to talk about that kind of impact, that help me be a better leader or help me to run my business better. And so it's really helpful to have somebody sort of a bit more experienced than myself to talk to. And so I know that there are lots of people out there who I can do that with, but my direct team leader is now doing something else. So there we go. So it's been like, happy 1 minute, sad another. And then I just had a message from another friend who's emigrated, and he's going to be visiting Welshport at the end of the month. So as I was getting these messages through of like, sad things, I was getting these happy messages as well. And so yes, I've been a little bit emotional this last hour, I have to say. But there we go. It's all good. And then thought, no, I've got to pull myself together. Get yourself together, Ruth, and do alive and be creative. It's all good. Right, enough now. I'm just going to look at the desk. Hi, Mary Beth. Lovely to see you. Who else is here? Hi, Donna. Yes, very busy, Glenna. Yeah. You sound so. I am. Thank you. Yes. Just got sometimes the odd tickle, but no, I'm much better. So I felt better yesterday, more than I'd done for a long time. So right. Let's do desk. Why didn't that go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, my computer's on a. Thank you. My computer's on a go slow. Right. So I was going to show you. Let me just get it up for you to see. Who I'm going to be inspired by today. And it was an Instagram account that popped up on my feed. Let me just show you. So it's a chap called Owen Gildersleeve, and he does paper cutting mainly. And I couldn't put that in the title because I thought if I put that in the title, YouTube are gonna not like it. But anyway, I tell you what caught my eye was this here. I thought we can do this. We can, you know, do something like this. But when he does it, he actually hand cuts all these circles. You know, he measures it all out and draws circles, and he hand cuts it out with a blade. I mean, look at these beautiful leaves that he's done by hand. I mean, I think I just need to say to him, you know that there are dyes that do these. I know that's not the point. I know. But anyway, very inspirational. So if you like him, please do go follow him. NYC 2023. Ooh, don't know what's that about. Was he in New York? He must have had some sort of thing. Oh no, it's taking too long to load. Anyway, so his name is Owen Gildersleeve. Owen Gildersleeve. So if you want to follow him, please follow him. But I thought, have a go making something similar. So I have pre-cut here 4 pieces of cardstock. I've got Lemon Lolly, Daffodil Delight, Wild Wheat and Cajun Craze. And I might do... Ooh, should we do a very vanilla? Just wondering whether... All white, don't know. Oh, no, it's got a thing in it. Oh, that might. It's got something printed on the back, but it might be all right. Might be all right. Right, so 3-inch squares. The reason why I've chosen 3 inches is because I'm going to be using punches for this bit, but you can very easily obviously do this process with dies, but I wanted just to have a go with punches because I have got punches. Now, Stampin' Up, I think, only currently sell the 2 1/4 and the 2-inch. All the other ones that you're about to see, unfortunately, are retired, but you may be able to purchase them from second hand, if you want Stampin' Up, or there are other punch companies that I'm sure you can pick them up from. So the reason I chose 3 inches is because I think it's just easier to line up and to cut out from the center. So I'm just going to eyeball this and kind of hope for the best, really, and get that in the middle. So I'm pushing that right in and I punch that out. So that's the first one. And then I'll do... Now I did wonder whether if I hold that together like that, yeah, because you can see I think that's a bit wider than that now. To make sure I get this in the right place, I'm actually going to push that in and line it up like so. And then I'm going to push down on the yellow one because I actually want to keep the yellow one. And I'm going to just shunt that over and then shunt that over a bit more. And then I'm going to push down on the yellow and take that out. And I'm still holding that firmly down like that. And then punch. Okay. So although it's sort of easier, you just have to think it through to make sure that it's... Oh no, hold on. Let me get this right. Nope. Or the other option is that we just trim it all at the end. Oh no, that's it. That's it, isn't it? Right, that's the correct. Right. Right, so now I want the yellow one and the... So this is Lemon Lolly. This is Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to put them together. Get the next one. So that was 1.5. So this is 1 3/4. It does look rather tricky. Start with the largest. Actually, there's a reason why I'm not starting with the largest. I'll explain in a second. It's because the largest one, if you can't push it all the way down, if you push it all the way down, it goes too far. So I need to have the guide. Yep, I did think of that. I did, I promise. So push down. Yes, because we jump from the medium-sized punch to the large, and so the space between the edge there and the central point of the circle changes. So I know this might seem a bit tricky, but there we go. All right. Oh, see, that's already moved over a little bit. I did wonder if whether it would be better just to cut everything a little bit bigger, and then that must have moved. I'm going to do that one again. I did wonder whether or not it was better just to cut everything from bigger pieces of cardstock and then cut afterwards. But yeah, I think that must have moved. Right, let's do this again. See if I can do this. Right, patience, patience. Push, hold. Oh, wants to slip that way. We don't want it to slip that way. We want it to go that way. Go that way. Go that way. Right, I think I wasn't so strict with the daffodil. That's a bit better. Yeah, I'll do that one again. You could use a pencil to draw the circle. Oh, I could! Everyone needs a Valerie in their life. Oh, Valerie, you star. No, I don't need a post-it to hold my paper. It was the whole lineup business that was my issue. Right. Here we go. So I'll do another Daffodil Delight and we'll be fine. We'll get there. So I think I was going to call this Masculine Monday, and I think I will still call this a Masculine Monday type video, because I find that this also comes under clean and simple, really, that it's I mean, there's no stamping, I grant you, and this is more venturing into sort of the artsy craftsy kind of world, but I know that some people like that, and why not? And if our fabulous tools can help us do these things, then let's do it, you know? Let's have a go at it. Be creative in a slightly different way. You know, why do we always have to do what the Stampin' Up! Catalogue tells us to do? No, don't. We do not. Right, let's try again. Now, that one's there. Now, I'm gonna, oh no, that's fine. That was the wonky one. Let's go back to this one. Nice. 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 Now, I wondered whether or not to stick these with a little layer of something else in between, just to make it look a little bit more 3D. But nothing. I mean, could use dimensionals. Yes, of course, you can use the cutouts for then something else. These make really nice. These would be great. Or you could layer those as well. Oh, there's a fun technique that you can do that you cut these. If you cut that in half, and then there's something else that you can do with that, that's quite fun. All right, let's go back to this then. So I'm thinking, oh, we could use some of these sort of strips, or we could just use dimensionals, just to, you know. Oh no, that's not dimensionals. I know, I'm thinking of using this. Let's do a bit of upcycling with a bit of grey board. So what's the widest size I can go on that one? Half, is that? What was that? Just under a centimetre. All right. Right, let me just check I've got some more of this grey board. I'm sure I do. I was using it the other day. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I got plenty. Loads of it. All right, so let's just cut a few strips of this then. I'll cut that in half. This is a great way to upcycle what you've got in your craft room. Oh, I was hoping that was going to snap for me, but maybe not. Sometimes it just snaps, but mind. This reminds me of the Funhouse roller coaster at the fair. Yeah. What? This video or what I'm making, Kim? Oh dear. Hi Donna Dembrinsky. I'm not a demonstrator. I make stamps, cards from all brands. Just buy a few from a demonstrator when I like something, which is quite often, lol. Oh, and where are you based then, Deborah? I'm just cutting these up ready. Right, where's my glue? Da, 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 da. I'm just going to grab what's close. Sorry about this. Oh, hold on. Oh, my Tombo's a bit empty. All right. Put that on. There's something very soothing about these, I have to say, when you look at them. Very calm. I'm not sure if that's the perfect one for that. No, it's definitely not that one. Try that one. No. Keep going. Back to that one. Alright, I'm trying to make sure that they're square. So I'm pushing down that way and I'm squeezing that way. Oops. Alright. Next, one of them. Does that fit on? Just about. One of them. And I think I would find this probably a little bit more relaxing if I knew that I wasn't having an audience. But so if you're into sort of much more calmer crafting, then I think this would be a nice one to have a go at. And if you're into a little bit more is more, like me, well, there's no reason why you couldn't do these with, I don't know, some patterned paper in between, or a one sheet wonder layer. I don't know why that's going off to the side. Try it that way. Nope. Nope. No, that will have to be the best one. And if you wanted to have, I don't know, flowers and leaves poking out, of course you could do that. Look nice on the front of an album. Yes, yes. Those groovy circles. Yes, they are a little bit groovy, aren't they? All right. Next one. Make sure we get the right one on here. Oh, that's a bit too close now. Okay. That one needs to be a bit thinner. Move that off. So we've got to be a bit more careful about being too close to the circle frame bit now. Oh, that's a bit close as well. Okay. Because we don't want to spoil it by being able to see the mechanism. After all our hard work. No, that's definitely not right. Whew. And breathe. Actually, one of the really interesting things that my friend, who I've not seen for a very long time, was telling me about was a book that she's been reading about breathing. And it's been written by a doctor kind of who's worked in New Zealand, who's from New Zealand, but has also worked in London. And it talks about how some of us basically get into bad habits with breathing. So she said, for example, when people go on their phones, you know, if you're about to sort of send a text message or something, next time you go to do it, take note whether you breathe in and then go text, 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 and don't breathe out until you've finished the text. Because apparently quite a few of us hold our breaths in, and it can cause us to actually feel quite anxious. I mean, that's putting it very simply. It's a bit more complicated than that. But it can induce our sort of sense of fight or flight, because we're not breathing properly. And so if you're somebody who's prone to anxiety and a nervous disposition, then it could be worth retraining yourself to breathe properly, because so that you're not inducing that feeling of anxiety and fight or flight on top of whatever it is that you've been. So yeah, very interesting. And I think that's why often people say, you know, take a deep breath, because it actually does help to take a deep breath. And often if you're in an emotional state, obviously it helps to just take a deep breath and breathe out again. You know, so the amount of times where I've come on here and I've gone and breathe. So I think that's, I've got to park the idea that, you know, if I ever have to do adverts during my YouTube lives, I'm just going to say to everybody, right, go and breathe for 30 seconds. Last one. There is something quite satisfying about this, doing this. It's like a little miniature piece of artwork. Very, very satisfying. You breathe shallow, yes. And apparently also post-COVID, if you've had COVID and it's really affected your breathing, people they took much shallower breaths. So you have to actually learn to breathe properly. And again, I mean, I've learned this from doing theatre stuff, but often when people say, oh, you breathe in, they push their stomachs in and their chests in, when in actual fact, when you breathe in, you should push your stomach out. So you have to consciously do that so that you can actually make space for your lungs. Because if you know, when people go, oh, breathe in, they lift their chests up but push their stomachs in. But actually, when you breathe in, focus on pushing your stomach out, and that also helps. There we go. That's my little bit of knowledge for there. This circle reminds me of the Looney Tunes symbol. Yes, it does a little bit. Yes, the colours are. Right, so for those of you who have just joined, we've been very much inspired by the work of, and I'm just going to get it up for you, Owen Gildersleeve. And I will quickly share his, I'll quickly share his Instagram with you again. Lovely inspiration from his work, and particularly this one here. And so if you have got a nest of dies, then you can keep going. I've only done 5 here, but you can do more. Now, the second thing that I was going to make after seeing his inspiration. Oh, that reminds me of the new dies that go with the hummingbird. That, ooh, there we go. If anyone's got that set of dies, then maybe have a go with that one. Yes, a landscape within a circle I saw that he did. So you may have seen his work commercially. He has obviously done work for different companies. This one, I thought I can do that one. You know, it's just like torn up bits of paper. You know, I can do that. So I think I'm going to do that. All right. I'm more than capable of having a go doing that one. So there we go. Poetic expressions. What's that a reference to, Janice? Right, so I was thinking I could use the decal circle edge dies. Sorry, the deckled circle. No. Oh, I don't know. Because they are a bit bigger, or I'm just going to be lazy and just do a smaller one. I think I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to be lazy. I don't actually want to have to move too far today. Sorry. I'm not in the mood. So I'm actually going to be a little bit lazy and just punch my hole and then cut my way around it. Just eyeball it. There we go. So what was that? 2-inch circles. So what measurement was that from there to there? 1 and almost 1 3/4, wasn't it? Just want to know what the measurement is from there to there. Come on, Ruth, use your brain. So that would take me to there. So that'd be 3 1/4. Right, 3 1/4. Sorry, my maths brain wasn't cooking in then. Actually, I might just leave it like that. Oh, I've done it a bit too small. That is smaller on that side, isn't it? Let's take that down to 8 then. Because that might be quite nice having that length there. Let me just take that bit down though. Don't need all that. And then you just need to tear some different bits of paper. So, shall we have a bit of green for some, have a bit of green for, you know, a landscape. Right. I don't know which direction is. Go that way. Maybe a little bit of this as well. I want this really thin. Okay. Right. Then a little bit of blue. Again, if you wanted to do this out of DSP, you can. You don't have to do it out of cardstock. Just do it out of whatever. This is just quite relaxing, to be honest. Just nice to sit and tear paper. And this is a sort of project you can do with somebody who says, I'm not autistic. So you say, right, just tear a few strips of paper, line it up in a row, and then, ta-da, you've got a landscape. That's good, Anne. Yeah, that's a good... Yes, that's all part of that. Yeah, learning to breathe slowly in, slowly out, so that you're also taking deep breaths as well. Yes, good idea. All right, I might just do a tiny little bit more of this blue, and then I want to do some, maybe some other artistic-y streaks through, but something a bit different. Ooh, like a random bit of pink. Oh, yeah, I'm tearing this in the wrong direction, maybe. I should tear it in this direction. Ooh, Janice, yes, countdown begins. A little bit pink. A little bit of a different green. So this is Lemon Lime Twist. This would be a great way to use up retired products as well. Oh no, I want some Granny apple. Come on, Granny, where are you? Oh, there you are. Hi, Cheryl. Enjoy your tea. All right, I think I've got enough to play with, haven't I? So, to make this easy on me, I'm going to grab a card base. I just realised my card has got some marks on it. Right. 8. I'll cut that at 9. Oh, hold on. What's that? Oh, right, okay. Take a wee slither off there. Wondering whether to emboss or to leave it plain. What do you think? I'll give you a moment to reply. I might be able to put it through my mini. A little mini embossing. Oh, yeah, we'll go through that. Oh, well, I can only find those two at the moment. Oh, there they are. Yeah, that one. I thought that stripy one might be a good one. Right, what is it? 1 and 4. See, Heather? That is true. The smooth is a nice juxtaposition. I do agree. But I think the people have spoken. And then we've got the smooth in the background, so I'm hoping it'll work. I can always redo it if it doesn't. Hi, Georgiana. Nice to see you. Right. There we go. So I'm going to do what was it Valerie said earlier? Draw a circle. Oh, yes. Isn't it funny, us crafters, we can forget how to use the most basic tools like pencils. This would be a nice one for me to do with my class ladies, actually. Could even stick some of that sticky stuff on here. That double-sided sticky. What's it? Hello, Mary. Meadow paper would be a quick... Yes, it would. The meadow paper's already done it for you. For those of you who don't know what Vanessa's talking about, there's some paper in the Stampin' Up catalogue, but they've done this already, and they've just printed it. So if you're feeling not particularly crafty and just want to get on and make a card, then feel free to buy the what's it called? Masterfully made paper. This one. Is that what you mean, Nessa? This one. Yes. You're quite right. But you know, us crafters, we like to do it ourselves, Ness. You know that. You know, why spend 5 minutes doing something when you can spend longer? With a little blue bit there, I think. Right, just double check where everything's at. Let's have some little big pink streaks coming in now. Very satisfying. Got to decide what to do with my other one. I don't know whether just to make a little square card with it. They're like little pink fluffy clouds, which you do sometimes get, don't you? Now, the reason why this, there's a bonus to doing it this way, rather than stamping it, is because if we were to stamp pink on blue paper, the pink would not show. But because we're paper piecing, every single one of those colours are showing through. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mary. It is meant to look like a landscape. Yes. My work is done. Good night, everybody. Drop the mic and leave. My work is done, Mary. But yeah, so that was my kind of point earlier, really, about if you're somebody who doesn't think they're artistic, you know, like all I've done is tear strips of paper and stick them together. Obviously, I've carefully, you know, I've tried to go for greenish colours for the bottom and bluish colours for the top. So that's, you know, I did have to make some choices, but I've just stuck little strips together. Right. We think that's okay. I like that. Let me trim her out. I'm going to cut myself a little frame. Right, I'm going to cut 1 centimetre. And then I'm going to flip it over and cut another 1 centimetre. And that way it should snap. Yay! Okay, I think I need 2 of those. Right, so cut. And just take note of where you cut, and then you're able to flip it over and do it in exactly the same spot. And it just comes away much easier that way. Hi, Monica. All right, I think I'm going to actually stick my frame to my aperture here. This is called an aperture for those of you who've never heard that phrase before. It's when you've got a piece of card that has a hole in it that you can kind of see through it. That's an aperture. Yep. Oh, actually, I might just do some strips in here so that it doesn't kind of collapse. All right. Hover, hover, hover. Find the spot and then pop it down. I have to say it's quite tricky because I've got all those lines on the embossing to kind of figure out which line I'm supposed to be looking at for the distance between the card and the aperture, but it's not too. Just take your time. And there you have it, a very simple little landscape there, encapsulated. Almost looks like you're looking through a door, through a circle window. So, oh, you do mean Meadow in the mini catalogue. Ah, okay, got you, Vanessa. Let me have a look at it. Sorry, I thought you'd. Yes, sorry. Meadow. Meadow. Oh. Oh, which one do you mean? Oh, sorry, I realised what Janice was talking about earlier with the poetic expressions. Yes, the poetic expressions dies. Oh, do you mean the little 6x6 papers that you ordered? Sorry, that's not in the mini. It's an online exclusive. Yeah, that one's an online exclusive, that one. Right, now back to this. I did think, how could we use this? If you wanted to use this as a card instead of just like a piece of artwork, one of the word die sets that could be stuck across there could look nice, couldn't it? Just sort of bridging the gap across there. But I mean, I quite like it just as it is, to be quite honest. Let's see if we can find something to mount it onto. Yeah, a bit of crumb cake. Just think a square of that, and then I'll just sign my name at the bottom, like what's his name did. And sell it for loads of money. It was 3 inches, wasn't it? What's that? 2.5. Oh. I'm going, oh, what measurement do I need to do? Yeah, Ruth, it's a square. You don't need to measure it. Oh, dear. Oh, I'll tell you what I will do to elevate this, though. I'll do my little trick of putting in my card backwards at 0.5 centimetre. Oh, that's... What? That's not right. Hold on a second. That doesn't even... That is way off. It's not straight. Right, let's do that again. Let's do 10. That was weird. I hadn't cut that straight. That's not quite straight either. Right, try again, Ruth. Now you've got a squared card. It was kind of like a rhombus. It's not good. Okay, put it in the wrong way. Make sure your card is already square and score at 0.5 centimetre. I'm just going to do the front panel though. Oh, no, hold on, I'm going to go in that way. Oh, that's not... I don't know what I've done here. I'm going to start again. I must have like cut and scored a wrong batch or something, because that is just not right. Okay, let's go with that. Apologies, everybody. I'm having a bad day. I know, I was thinking that as I mentioned about the sentiment. I thought, oh yeah, if we could get a that's all, folks, that would be perfect, wouldn't it, for that colour scheme. But yeah, you could tailor it for the colour scheme of the person you're giving it to. So, I mean, it would do for all kind. I mean, imagine just like doing a little baby one, and then you could have like little baby feet or something just in the middle. Or you could even put a portrait of, you know, you could put a photograph. That would be fun. So, right, there we go. That was what I was trying to show you, to make it look like it was framed. got there in the end. All right. Oh, just a reminder, I have got some spaces for the mini folio album on Friday night. And those of you who've booked on should have had details about how to cut out your pieces of paper and your cardstock ready for that class on Friday. If you do have any questions, please contact me. There we go. There we go. That's my little artistic card. Well, they're both artistic, really, but that was very much inspired by a paper artist. But I'm sure he was inspired by the Looney Tunes. I don't know. I'm making that up. Owen Gildersleeve. Please go check him out. Lovely artist. And funny enough, when I saw his work, his Instagram account, I noticed that he was followed by a friend of mine who's actually also a paper cutting artist. She went to university and did art or graphic design, I think. And her name's Kezia Hulse. So if anyone's interested in following Kezia, actually I could bring up her. I can bring her up, and she does paper cutting, but also does, oh, like this guy, she does animation. Sorry, I'm just tripping over my words here. Let me see if I can show you her work. So she's done advertising and stuff. She's had advertising contracts. Is this one oh, this one was inspired by a film. There we go. And she may or may not have actually used some Stampin' Up card, because I sent her some. She needed some greens one time. And I think this was the one that was the little video. Really lovely. These are different bits of work that she's done. Look at that. All made out of paper and card. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, so Kezia Hulse. Kezia Hulse. If you like that. Oh, Christine's just finished her 4th album. Oh, good, Christy. Well, that's good, because it means that the pattern is standing the test of time in terms of, how good a pattern it is. That's good. Yes, greeting in the middle. Could do a little greeting. I'm not going to do it now, folk. I'm now at my lowest. Not a lowest. I mean, my energy levels are now low. So there we go. Yeah, Glenna's ready. Cut before folding. What does that mean, Nessa? Okay, let me just double check if there are any questions that I have left unanswered. Please do ask any questions before I go in the next minute or so. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. It's always lovely to have new subscribers and people who will kind of join in the chat and get to know us and us get to know them. It's always really fun. So, all right, I don't think there's any more for any more. So I'm going to love you and leave you. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm off to see Mary Poppins at the high school. Yay! I love Mary Poppins. So I'll come back singing the songs, and I'll try and think of something to do with them on the live for you guys then. In the meantime, lots of love to you all. Take care, Monica. Yeah, take care, everybody. Lovely to see you. And I don't really have much equipment to go over really with you, apart from I use circle punches, but you can use dies to do this, and just a variety of cardstock. So whatever cardstock you have, just get out some colours that you like the pattern of, and go for it.